Right, this is our 4th week in a row now of doing these. So we said we're going to do it weekly. So we're up to a month of episodes. This week we're going to kick it off with Gavin's favourite subject.
We've got a couple of things this week. So scabies is on our radar. Calling people bald at work is now harassment.
Sexual harassment, isn't it?
Sexual harassment. We've got a bit of conspiracy stuff thrown in there. Or is it a conspiracy? And a bit about a billionaire who died getting a penis enlargement surgery. So some good stuff to discuss.
The big subjects.
The big subjects, yeah. But first off this week, doctors have issued a warning that a medieval disease is sweeping the UK. And you'll never guess what it is.
Scabies.
Scabies. Yeah.
What is scabies? I don't really know what scabies is.
I think it's like...
I know it's to do with your skin.
It's almost like dermatitis. I don't know if it's like, like nits in your hair.
Yeah.
But maybe like nits on your skin or something.
I'll get paranoid now every time I get a little bit of a lesion. I think it's scabies. Yeah. Can you catch it off people?
I had like a thing on my hand, look, so maybe full of it. I think you've got to be in certain areas. I reckon scabies is probably prevalent in estates, shitholes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say, to be honest. But I wonder where it's come from, because it was medieval. Now, where could it have come from?
There's a lot of these diseases that are coming back because you've got different people coming in, haven't you, and stuff like that. So you've got different countries and stuff. And
yeah, you're not wrong. Maybe I have to call it dingy disease instead or something like that.
To be fair, they're only coming from France, though.
yeah, them stuff in France. Full of scabies over in France. It's strange, though, isn't it, that these are coming back? Do you think it's out to do with vaccines? Because I know your take on vaccines, but maybe you're not vaccinated against scabies. I don't think.
Yeah, I've never. You wouldn't have a clue, but I don't remember getting a scabies vaccine.
They come in handy. Yeah. Scabies is like next level. If you had nits at school, that was bad enough, wasn't it? I never had them because your hair's got to be clean.
I can always remember getting nits in school, and it was what they did. There was me and a lad in front. Right, I was second in the queue. He was front. He walked up. A nurse went through his hair with this like comb, made him go that side. Went that side. I went up, went through my hair with a comb. I went that side. So we just assumed we were the side, like, oh yes. And then the third person went that way. We were like, oh, nits, clean your hair. Oh, get a wash your scrub. Then the next person went that way. Then the next person. Then the next person. And after about 5 people, I thought, we're in the nits queue. I couldn't believe it. I've never been so shored up in my life. So you just stood there in class, everyone's like, oh, and then they're like, oh, don't go near them, as if like we had like a proper problem.
Scabies.
Then Mum got called, had to go home, and she just washed my hair in. Honestly, it smelled like petrol.
Oh.
And then you had, like, for days after, they had to go through your hair with this coat and say, like, oh, if you had any nits.
Yeah. Like I said, I never had them, but your only defence for that at school was always the only go in clean hair.
I think that's a lie, isn't it?
It never worked on me. I used to just think, I'm not having that. I used to just think, you were a scruffy get with nits.
Yeah. I used to say, no, I just had the nits eggs. I thought, oh, cool.
Yeah, they haven't hatched. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, that is a real like killer in school, isn't it? Especially when you're a teenager. Or was it like primary school?
Primary school.
So you're not sad, you can grow out of that, can't you?
People still remember.
Yeah. Oh, if I'd have went to primary school with you, you never let on to me in secondary school, I'd have definitely bought it up with people.
It's because I was making such a show of myself before it, because I was thinking I didn't have them, so everyone else I was going, oh, clean your hair. Yeah. Next minute, oh God.
Egg on your face and nits in your hair.
Yeah. Makes you feel itchy though if someone says you've got nits. I didn't itch one bit before it, and then after I was like, is that a nit? Or
even this, talking about things like this, it does. Like you said, you start looking at yourself and you start thinking, you diagnose yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you see, like, when someone's got a serious illness and it'll say, oh, the symptoms like tiredness. I was tired. And even though you've got none of the other symptoms, think, I think I might have this illness again. You just talk yourself into it, don't you?
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm adamant it's not a hangover. If I've got a hangover, it's like, this isn't a hangover. This is something genuinely wrong with me. I remember one of our mates, we weren't there, but I loved the story where he used to get that bad of hangovers that were abroad, and he phoned an ambulance to go to the hospital because he was adamant that there was something, he was dying. No drugs involved either. You just genuinely drink. See what we've got next. This is always...
Calling someone bald at work can count as harassment, UK tribunal rules. I thought it said sexual harassment as well.
I suppose it is, because it's your body, the way you look, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. I might be heading that way soon, to be honest. I'm starting to get a bigger face to wash, to be honest.
Just starting combing your back.
Yeah.
Get one of them comb overs way to front, from back to front.
Do you know what I've never understood? Them people who still have the hair, you know, like Kevin on The Office, with the bald, but they grow it obviously at the sides. And I've always wondered, like, thinking, do you look in the mirror and just think, I really don't suit a bald head, but that is no better?
Did you see Gerald Miller last night?
I was going to come on to that, yeah.
I was talk about...
For those that haven't watched it, John, what happened to Gerald Big Baby Miller?
He got punched in his face and his wig come off.
So he's got one of them toupees that aren't like sewn in. I think they're like stuck on, aren't they?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was bald.
No, I didn't. To be fair, it's a good one, isn't it?
Oh, very... Yeah, technology's coming leaps and bounds. But yeah, he got punched. I think he was in like his stance and like he just kind of palmed. And it was like that.
You're taking a chance in a boxing match, aren't you? Because you got your heads are in and stuff like that, aren't you?
Oh, I'd have been embarrassed if I'd have been who was fighting him. That would have put me off. I'd have been like, I can't carry on with this. I've just knocked his hair off.
We had to do like a bit of the round. It was like that, wasn't it? Just flapping.
It's a bad advert though for whoever he goes to mine. He'll be like, that's a point in paying, what, 7-8 grand for something like that? When if I have a boxing match, you're going to knock it off me. Poor bugger. What are you meant to call these people though, then?
Phil Mitchell.
Phil Mitchell's, yeah.
Did he used to present Crystal Maze? There's all them ball jokes. And when you do stand-up comedy, it's always like, looks like a thumb.
Thumb, baldy locks, the traditional. My favourite is probably swimming cap head that I've ever heard. I just thought it was fantastic.
Thing is, though, it is like anything to do with like looks about that is harsh, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
we've got friends out in bald. I never took the piss because I thought if it was me, I'd be fuming.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want it on me, so I wouldn't go around like calling folk out.
See, I'm not. Well, you don't have to be vain, but I'm not a vain person at all. I mean, look at me. But it would be the only thing I think that I would struggle with. To go bald.
My head's too round.
I just look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just get one of them toupees. I couldn't care less if everyone knew. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me.
I wouldn't get the hair transplant. Apparently, they're really painful, very expensive. Can't go out in a breeze because it blows your hair.
Take pills for the rest of your life and stuff like that.
Take pills, diet, and everything. And I think what Gerald Miller had, like we talked about, just one of them stuck on and maybe get it, cut up a little bit every now and again and styled. Just do one of them.
Yeah.
You could even go into the shop and pretend like, or can you just give us a quick trim?
I don't know if you can cut fake hair though. The idea with them, Gavin, you don't need a haircut, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
Oh, my wig's grown out again.
Yeah, you seriously want me to, You don't, you don't mow your artificial turf at home, do you?
You'll be getting lawnmower for that plastic grass.
Yeah, just take a little bit off. It's plastic.
What's next on there? South Korea deployed life-size hologram police officers. Presence has led to a 22% reduction in reported crimes by serving as a psychological deterrent. Well, it's like them signs in shops, isn't it? When they have a cardboard cutout. Costs like $6 grand, don't they?
What, for the police?
Yeah, it's like a ridiculous, costs a lot for some reason.
You can get them online. I've got a Hasbulla one.
Yeah, but I mean, I know they cost a lot.
$6 grand?
I maybe got that wrong. That sounds a lot, doesn't it?
Unless it's like, do they have like actual cameras in or something, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
That is strange, isn't it? I could never understand the correlation between having something like that and it actually reducing crime. It wouldn't happen over here. I think in Korea they're probably
a bit higher respect society, is it?
Yeah, like the Japanese almost, aren't they? Whereas over here,
life-size realist cutouts apparently it's dropped 75% crimes with them
Oh, wow.
in the UK, but
I don't believe that for a second.
I like to say you can buy them online for like 40 quid.
There'd be as much use of holographic copper as an actual copper over here, especially with like youth. Like we had respect, even our generation, didn't we, for like the police growing up?
I thought it cost a lot. No, I think it does.
But these days, there's no respect because what can they do? There's no juvie and stuff like that. I mean, there wasn't when we were there, but we still had that respect because we were that generation. But
what's them that walk around? See,
who aren't real police.
CSOs
or something we'll call them, yeah.
When they used to come in the youth club, the kids used to have the life. Even when I worked at Working, they used to come in, they were like, sit down, they're like, well, I don't have to listen to you. And they're like, well, I'm a policeman. Well, you're not. And they're like, and they were like, well, I could arrest you. I went, no, you couldn't. And like, it was going, well, I can hold you until someone comes in. That's a
citizen's arrest.
Citizen's arrest. It's my mum can do that. So she's a policewoman. And like the kids are like, there's like, no, but I can ring them direct. So can I. It's 999. And I used to sit there like, just no respect for them whatsoever.
No. But there's a reason, I think, for that as well. I'm not saying be overly harsh, but I can remember my dad telling us a story. You couldn't look a copper in the eye when you were a kid at his age because if you caught the eye line, they'd be like, what are you looking at? You don't look at too far, but you've got to have that respect. Whereas if you're shouting and you're a 14, 15-year-old giving them lip, it should be allowed to just clout them round the back of the head because they won't do it again.
It's all video phones and that now, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't get it. And these things, the holographic things, they'd just be vandalised in 1 second if they were.
How are you going to vandalise a hologram?
Well, there must be a camera, obviously.
I think that's just spray paint there. Someone threw rubbish on that hologram again. I didn't know if you didn't know what hologram was it.
Running up and kicking it in it like that, yeah. Oh, I tell you what, he's got me. I'm out of breath here. Like, no, there'll be a camera. That's what I meant.
Yeah. But imagine like South Korea would be a bit like Japan. That'd be like a high respect society sort of thing where people don't even cross the road when the lights are on red and stuff. Wouldn't dare.
It's more likely for me to induce a heart attack if I seen something like that. Like there's a castle just up the road from us. If I'm walking around that medieval castle with the dog at night and then something like this appears, I'd be more likely to have a heart attack, even if I was going to be up to no good.
If that was in England, you'd have drunk people starting on them. Hey, you're looking at, and then you'd have OnlyFans trying to shag and lasses there. It's just a different world, isn't it? Here, OnlyFans just squatting in front of her and in front of them, and that's grinding on them.
Yeah. How many holograms have I been? Can I go with?
Can I nosh a hologram off? That'll be the tagline.
In an hour.
Yeah. What's the next show?
Should we move on? Yeah. This is my favourite. Everybody from this week's selection. So apparently the UK are on a return to hedge-based porn access. When we talk about British values and British culture, I always worry. So you get obviously a lot of these people, especially it's prevalent now, isn't it? About, well, explain to me what is British values and culture. I would say finding a porn mag in a hedge is top tier. British culture.
Well, it was too easy access for younger people, isn't it? Like when we were young, you had a Littlewoods catalogue, Euro Trash, and if you found one of them in the bush, and that was about the highlight. Is if you had like it on your phone just constantly, I don't think any of us would have left the house.
No, not as a teenager.
No,
absolutely not.
Coming out on a Monday to come to school like that, just shaking, dehydrated like that. Good weekend. Just ice. Everyone coming in with just ice on there.
Everyone walk like that, yeah. I can remember finding them once when I was younger. It was like finding like the Ark of the Covenant or like the Holy Grail or something, isn't it? You're like, oh my God, bit of razzle or escort or something.
People used to find them in the bush. I found them in the bush. You think, when you look back, it's probably not the cleanest thing to be getting, is it? You know, like, oh, look, just spunk mag here.
I always wondered where they come from. Was it just someone who...
Must have been just someone wanking in bushes in the 90s.
There's something, isn't there? A very strange thing to just have randomly in hedges, and because they're always in hedges and bushes.
Yeah.
Like, not nearly like a construction, they're just everywhere. But I used to believe in the porn fairy. Not the 10 fairy. So when you hit 12 till you're 16, that's when you believe in the porn fairy, and apparently she's coming back.
Is that why they're changing the laws? I know they changed the laws for the face recognition thing. Why are they doing something else now?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's a knock-on effect of the porn. Yeah, that and Freeman's catalogues are making a comeback. Because that's like you said, that's all we used to have. I can remember being
It's bad for kids. It's again with the dopamine and screens and that, isn't it? So it's just too much. It's too easy accessible.
Instant gratification.
And it skewers their version of what it's going to be like.
Yeah. It'll never be as good.
No.
It's right though.
Well, that's probably why you remember when was it you or someone was saying about cooks? You know, them people who sit in the corner while the wife gets...
Or like people, is it cuckolding or something?
Like that,
yeah.
Well, that's probably popular because of that. Because they're that used to watching it.
They'd rather just watch it.
That wasn't a thing, was it? I never heard a cuckold when I was little or out like that.
I can remember you all taking the eyes out of me when we seen a good looking lass and I said, I wouldn't mind seeing her in a porn. That was probably the start of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
And you what made me realise, saying, would you not rather just...
If you're going to fantasise about somebody...
I wouldn't mind seeing her in a porn.
Wouldn't mind seeing her in a bikini.
Yeah. What do they call it? Getting pornicised or something like that. Pornitised.
It's horrendous for you.
Yeah. And I've been, 40-year-old, I've been watching that stuff since 35 years. My maths are terrible. Maybe 20 odd years, but it probably does, like you said, it gives you that like fake, these are professional adults. That's why they're called adult stars, top of their profession.
I wonder what happened. I always feel sorry for them and Zoe when we were younger, because now you've got OnlyFans and all. They make a mint, don't they? Some of them bigger. Whereas back in the day, I can imagine they're probably just asking her back to work.
Yeah.
A few of them is from
Jenna Jameson, top
oh,
of the
that's
thing.
what I mean. Like
some of them under that, it's like, yeah. I could throw a lot of names out, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to come across like a beast.
God, I wonder what she's doing.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Aurora Snow and Jenna Hayes? Give us a shout. Right. This is our new section.
Conspiracies. Well, the ones that have come true, conspiracy recently, Wuhan lab. The virus definitely came from the lab, which I think everyone realised at the time. Now it's sort of official.
Was that a bat though at the lab or?
No, they had coronaviruses in the lab.
Right, so it wasn't a bat?
No.
Right. Okay.
The official story was that two animals at the wet market come together and a human was in the middle. But them two animals aren't at the wet market, so you don't get them animals there.
That's one thing I haven't searched on.
But up the road, there was a coronavirus lab that specialised in coronaviruses, bat viruses. So it either came from them or the actual lab that they'd had links before.
Yeah, I reckon the lab then.
Yeah, I think most people did at the time, but that's something that's come true.
And they all said it didn't?
At the time,
I suppose
remember?
Trump did, to be fair. He said it's a Chinese
China,
one.
wasn't it? It was all that sort of
China. Yeah. Any more that have come true?
The vaccine came with side effects, but we can't say that because it just gets totally taken off, so we can't talk about that one. What else is there?
False flags. Loads of false flags over the last couple of decades.
Iraq wars, both of them. First one in the 90s when they said there was babies getting thrown out of incubators.
Kuwait, yeah.
Yeah, and then the weapons of mass destruction.
It's just... It's mental, isn't it? But like you say, like people might call people tin hats, but you're quite... Not that you don't believe what like the mainstream media say, but it's having that question and attitude, isn't it? Well,
if you just believe it, like, they do psyops. It's a fact. That's what they come out and say. This is what they do. So when they put something out there, if one of your friends was a compulsive liar, and they tell you something, you always take it with a pinch of salt. And that's what you should do with a lot of the mainstream media, just because they lie all the time. And if you follow all media is run by like a very small amount of people.
Yeah.
So that's why when just say you're in the UK and you'll say like Cumbria Live, they'll have the same news as Plymouth Live.
Yeah.
So they won't put the same stories out. And that's how they do it. Like there's a guy that put a thing together to see if it is a psyop. Is it mentally, and like just tick it off.
Right.
So you can go through. He worked for the government for years and he'll tell you exactly how they do it.
Like social conditioning.
Yeah.
Well, how much did the government pay? People might say it's not conditioning, but on pushing the vaccine, the vaccine, shall we say?
£1 billion.
Billions.
On advertising for COVID in the UK. No, remember all them signs with like, look into his eyes. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And save grandma.
Yeah. So walking around with a bit of perspex in front of your face.
It's like the lockdowns was it made people put the cell in lockdown. So put loads of stuff out saying, lockdown would save loads of lives, lockdown would save lives. We need a lockdown. That's what and like, they didn't say it at the start, so they put it out as if like...
They kept suggesting, and it was like that, inferring about lockdown, so you got on that kind of cycle. Yeah, they're talking about lockdown, but now we are. Everyone is.
If people are scared, they're much more likely to comply.
Yeah.
So they're not thinking straight. So if they've got a virus, it's going to kill everyone. This is what we need to do. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to die. So that it just stopped people thinking.
That's why there's always an enemy. There's always a war. We're always building for war, or MOD's underfunded, or whatever it may be. It's always just to keep you, like you said, kind of. You know.
Well, I did a sketch this week for us to do, and it's like watching the news these days, because it's like, oh, this week's news, mortgages are up, weather's terrible, World War III's on its way, isn't it? Like, it's just a constant like cycle of horrendous news. Yeah,
I always think it'd be a good idea, and there probably is some out there, just a good news channel.
Yeah, well, good news doesn't travel as well as bad news.
Of course it doesn't.
That's why, like, you know, if someone's having a bad time, it gets everywhere, doesn't it? Whereas someone does it, it's like, nah.
No one's asked.
No.
And the role agendas, like you say, they're owned by a few people, and people say, take your tinfoil hats off, but these people are owned by billionaires, big conglomerates. Some of your media's working for the government, the BBC's state-run. They all have an agenda, just like any company. I'm not saying just newspapers. Every company, from hairdressers here at the Lad Barber to everywhere, they all have a mission or an agenda. And they're going to tour that agenda, them journalists, what their boss tells them to.
Well, it's like the Trump thing now. Like, I don't support any of the presidents. I don't like it. If you're running a country, you know me, psychopath anyways.
Yeah.
But Trump, like the ICE thing, Trump's evicted like 1.2 million. Obama did miles more. 50 people died under ICE when Obama was in.
Yeah.
But no one mentioned it because it's not falling in that...
It's not part of their narrative,
It's not part of the thing. So you never complained about Obama, Clinton, all the other ones that were doing the exact same thing, but they do with Trump because obviously, this is what Hitler did, and you're like,
absolute demonising him. But it should be apples with apples, not.
Yeah,
apples
that's it. I mean, like
oranges.
If you say that to someone, they look at you like, no, Obama didn't do anything bad. Well, just did the exact same thing.
The way that they worship likes of Obama, he was at war. So he served, is it a maximum of 2 or 3 terms?
I think he got a Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize, the same month he'd run out of bombs. The country run out. I think it's just meant, like, I remember when he come up.
All the time, yeah. Afghanistan, heroin,
Libya.
Everything else, Libya. Like you say, the people who get into them positions, one, again, tinfoil hat on, say what you will, but the puppets. I think that's the difference with Trump, is he's got personal wealth where he probably still is a puppet, but not to the extent that the other ones are, Biden's and your Obamas and stuff. But they're not good people. They're narcissists.
What about moon landing? Do you think we landed on the moon, or do you think anyone landed on the moon? Hand on heart, if you had to say, like, would you say yes or no?
Based on the fact that we've never been back and we're a curious race, just humans in general. And it's just there in the sky, and we've apparently been. I think we'd have done a lot more if we'd been. For me, just that suggests, I think, no. I also think the technology as well that we claim
look at technology
to have
back in the day.
Then, and I have issues with Teams meetings now, working as a civil servant, where they're buffering, but yeah.
I think if we did go, they lied about a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's because they were in, like, the Cold War with Russia was on. Russia had already got to space first, Yuri Gagarin or whatever he's called. He got there first. Yeah. So America couldn't get into space first. Next minute they're going like if you look at on the map where the moon is to the thing, and this is how far we go now, and that's where the moon is. Like, that's as far as we can get.
Right.
So we only really just go into the space atmosphere. We don't go very far now.
Yeah.
And that's with like Elon Musk technology and everything. We can land rockets and that now, but we can't go to the moon because apparently they lost how they did it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the official, it's not even a lie. And like the Van Allen belts and stuff like that, I think, how do they get through them?
Well, they talk about the radiation.
That's how what's the Van Allen belts.
And I get it. Radiation, especially with like, so obviously we have Sellafield down the road. For Sellafield, a lot of stuff that goes onto plant in radioactive areas has to be what they call nuclearised. It can't just be off the shelf because it's bombarded with radiation. It fails. So when they went the Van Allen belts, Did they just have like VHS tapes and stuff like that? So I get it. But how did they film it then? If we can't go through it now, but they did back then, it would just erase everything.
Yeah. Who filmed it when it landed and that, when it was on the moon and when they took off? And it was like, there's just loads of like questions of it.
It never happened.
And the phone call, the president, like back in the day, you used to have to put like in the hotel, it'd be like, put you through like that, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, like a, what do they call them?
Switchboard?
Yeah, switchboards and stuff, yeah.
We live in the Lake District now, and I've got to go in my bedroom in the window to get signal. Well, apparently in the 60s, they were firing phone calls to the moon. Do you know that? It just doesn't...
Yeah. People didn't even have the phones in the houses, never mind.
Proud of you, boys. Who's he on the phone? Because it definitely wasn't the lads on that moon.
Like you say, it was a space race, and it was the fact that the Soviets... It was embarrassing to the Americans, and they didn't want to lose face, so they had to come up with something to do that. It's
all run by Nazis as well, NASA.
You're not wrong.
Van Braun, wasn't he?
Van Braun. And
he run NASA.
Yeah.
A lot of them had them dueling scars as well that were in NASA. You know, the old Nazi dueling scars.
Oh, like guy who rescued Mussolini had that famous paratrooper. I can't think what he's called. But he's another one. A lot of them with the scars who were high-ranking Nazis, nothing happened to them after the war.
No, that was why they're trying to get into Germany. Russia and America trying to get there to get the scientists.
Yeah. I can't think what the operation was called. Paperclip, I want to say. Or was that a different one? I think it was Paperclip.
I think it maybe is something like that.
Yeah. And they tried to get the best ones out, didn't they? And obviously, they already had Los Alamos. And I mean, really, they should have got to the moon first, shouldn't they, the Americans? Like you say, is it doable? Can we do it? We talk about...
They maybe, I like you say, it just, when I always look at stuff like that and you think, would have been back? Technology, you look at them old Cadillacs and what the phone technology, everything was then in the 60s and stuff, you're like, and we can't go back now. Even in the last 15 years.
Not even rovers, I don't think we've sent any we've got the Mars rover and everything. I don't even know if we've sent anything to the moon.
Well, even that, did you see when India landed, that video of theirs?
Oh, that definitely not real.
That just looked like some off an Atari. It didn't even look like good effects.
It looked Indian, and that's no offence to anybody Indian.
There's that film out now, isn't there, with Scarlett Johansson, I want to say,
right.
thing. Because the video of the moon landing, in case they didn't get the footage. So there's an operation to video it all.
Right.
So there's a film out now, I don't know what it's called. And they were so they set up a film company to film it all. So that's real. The government set it up.
Yeah.
So a lot of people is that not just the footage we've seen? No, it was just in case we didn't get it. So that's why loads of people come out and said we filmed a lot of the moon and stuff.
I get what you're saying.
So
right,
making
I wasn't with you. I thought you meant they'd set it up and they were the production company who went up.
No, they did it. They faked it in case.
Filmed a fake in case it didn't.
Yeah. So that's out, that's official, thing. So when you see, and they faked a few photographs, come out and said, oh yeah, them ones were fake. Yeah. So it's just sort of I don't know.
You're mixing the lie with reality, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's hard to, it's kind of, we hold our hands up, just to fall back. We've filmed certain bits. Well, why wouldn't you just film it all then?
Yeah.
And Buzz Aldrin, I'm sure Buzz Aldrin that have came out and said it and have slipped up before and said, we never went to the moon. You imagine the threats in the Cold War era on them astronauts to say, you went, even if they didn't, that would have been it. And people think it doesn't happen. All they'd say is Buzz will literally make your family disappear.
Buzz, get here. Like that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to be famous.
No, what's that mean?
Toe the line. They sent that dog up as well, didn't they, the Russians?
Well, did
It still hasn't come back.
I think they sent monkeys and that up, didn't they, and stuff? Back in the day.
Monkeys, dogs. I'm surprised people aren't posting them on Facebook.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was what the crack was at Roswell. One of the government spaceships went up and maybe all the monkeys got burned and they would look like aliens. You know what I mean?
Like chimps
that all the skin, and you throw all the skin are being thinged. I feel like they would look like monkeys. We're doing programs, America were doing programs like that, weren't they?
So do you not believe that there's other life, or do you just mean that incident itself?
I just mean that. I just mean if it wasn't alien, it could have been something like that.
Yeah.
Because they were just lying all the time about what. Because back in the day, in Las Vegas, there's an airport that's just for Area 51. So there's unmarked planes just keep coming, a separate bit of the airport just for Area 51.
Right.
And it wasn't that long ago that denied it was even existed.
Yeah.
But you can imagine how many government spacecrafts are just practicing there. You'd be like, that would just look like a spaceship, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is. It's new technology. Imagine seeing a stealth bomber for the first time.
That's what I mean.
In the 50s, you'd be like, you've gone from start of World War II, a decade earlier, where they had biplanes, to then the first jet fighter that the Germans had, to a stealth bomber in the 50s.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
This is when people, never mind black and white TVs, they're still listening to radios in the house.
I remember having a black and white TV in my bedroom, and to change the channel, you had to use the knob, and you had to like get it quite right, didn't you? Like, it was like a skill. And if you got it back into bed, sometimes you'd move, and it'd be like,
yeah, there was no channel buttons on mine. It was like trying to think, but the house, yeah, you'll remember my TVs. So we moved into a house, and it used to be a B&B, and in the cellar there was just a selection of old TVs, like made of wood almost. And I remember, I didn't realise at the time, and I thought I was starting to become epileptic. I kept knocking my TV off, and I had it up on top of my wardrobe. It weighed like a ton. And I kept sticking to it. And I thought I was having like a fit. I can remember nearly pulling it down and going downstairs and saying to my dad, I'm going to have to go to the doctors. I've just had another fit. My dad being that generation, was like, well, if you have a couple more fits, which we thought, we'll take you to the doctors. I had another one, and it only dawned on me years later. I was putting my hand through a cloud of static electricity. I was getting electrocuted every time I knocked my telly on. Still made us use it. And you come round once, didn't you? I can remember lying in bed. I had a cricket bat because it had to be in a certain position just to work. And I used to put my foot out of the bed to change channel, stomping on the floorboards. So yeah, don't talk to me about shit toys. I've been through it. I don't know how good they've got it, John. We were going to move on to 15-minute cities.
Been saying about it for years. It's been coming in. That's what they're trying. Like, the 15-minute cities will come in with digital ID, so it'll have your emissions on there.
Yeah.
It'll have like your money on there. Everything will be on your QR code or whatever. A bit like China.
Well, it'll almost be, let's be honest, it'll be an embedded chip.
You see the signs when you're going into Manchester now, you're entering a green area zone and stuff like that. And they'll split it up into 4. And you'll only be allowed to go so far each week and things like that. And it'll just get tighter and tighter. It'll be like, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to, it's always under the guise of making like the environment better or something like that. But it's more about control, if you ask me. But I'm a moron. But
no, I get it. So I think Oxford was a pilot, wasn't it? And then I think they've actually turned it into a, what do they call it? A 15-minute city now. So it's happening now. Like you said, it's just that kind of, is it a precursor to bringing in other things that are a bit, that we don't want to happen?
No. You won't have the same freedoms we grew up with. Every couple of years, a few more, because when freedoms get taken away by government, they never get given back.
Of course they won't.
So it's always under the guise of safety or doing like the good thing, isn't it? But never is.
No.
Look at, if you want to look at digital ID, what the future looks like, have a look at China's credit system. Just type it in. Have a look at how awful that looks.
It's sad, isn't it? And getting penalised because it's people's perception of you. So say you like a drink, say you're not an alcoholic, but you like a drink. If you're getting penalised just for having a Saturday night couple of cans, it's people's perception that, that's bad. You're going to... It's scary, isn't it? Because it's how you live your life. You're going to have to live your life like everybody else. Everything's going to be uniform. It'll almost be like, I remember that film Equilibrium, where everyone's almost got to be the same, and then someone's kind of, why are we doing this? It's Christian Bale.
Well, watch 1984. It's nearly exactly.
1984, yeah.
That guy was a visionary. Literally exactly what's happening now. Yeah. So mental.
I honestly feel this last couple of years, like it's almost like, I'd love to go back. He's someone I'd love to talk to, George Orwell, just to be like, have you genuinely got the gift? Like, how can you foresee all of this?
I think when you see, like how long ago did I mention this? 10 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
I think when you see things, I think when you start noticing stuff, you see it happen, you think, this is what will happen in the future.
Yeah.
It's like the digital ID. I remember saying that years ago, and then when COVID come in with the passes, they're trying to get digital, and then now it's just in plain sight now. I don't even think they're trying to hide stuff. They're just basically saying, this is what we want to do. Whereas back in the day, it was always a little bit cloak and dagger and that.
Because
but now,
what can you do?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Labour are in on it. Who's the opposition? And then that's an issue for me now is, what's Farage's party called?
Reform.
Reform were doing some good stuff, and if you're that way and you like them, you're thinking, it looks like we've got some serious opposition. My issue is not just any Tories, but most of them are former Tory ministers who were in power in the last like you say, they're all going over. And I'm looking now and thinking, can't stand Labour. Reform was something different. Lib Dems are psychopath, like loonies almost. Green Party literally should be put in an asylum almost, like Zach Polanski. But now I'm looking at Reform and thinking, no, like you've got Suella Braverman and all these, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, this is making Labour slightly stronger. It's looking bad from my point of view for Reform, and you just think, we can't have another Labour government going forward because
another Labour one would kill it off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But then people are going to, like I say, look at Reform and think they were awful in the last.
But if you look at like last election, Labour won with probably the lowest amount ever, lower than what Jeremy Corbyn.
It was a low. Yeah, Jeremy Corbyn broke records. Yeah.
And that's because people just didn't vote. So you've got people that will vote this time. So they didn't vote for Labour last time before, like the nightmare they've had this last year. Yeah. So in theory, you think, well, then people aren't going to vote for Labour if they didn't last time.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Labour.
I think Reform will get in, but
I don't know, but I just can't imagine Labour because they're not getting popular, are they? Even people that were like hard Labour fans are like, it's like a bit of a thing to say you even like them now, isn't it? It's like because it's undefensible what they do, so you can't really.
100%.
And they just lied about the manifesto, like broke every single promise and stuff like that. So you're like, why do you still like them? So
yeah. But I just don't want to go back to, you've had a go, we'll have a go, you'll have a go.
That's the problem, is the Tories will probably get in. And
you want it to be fresh, so yeah. Who knows, but we won't talk politics. Other than, like you said, I think George Orwell, 1984, if you haven't read it, read it. And it should be mandatory almost to read it. First of today's questions, without alcohol or substances, what's the best way to escape reality? John?
Well, a lot of people do the drugs, don't they?
Yeah.
I think people who do weed, as long as they don't go overboard, seem to be all right with it. But everyone I know that smokes weed, it always starts off a little bit, and then that's just as bad as drink if you're doing weed every day.
Yeah. Paranoia is... I never used to think it was. You can see it in these people, especially at our age, after years of abusing it.
And you can smell it a mile off.
Yeah. It's got a distinctive smell. Like
that's one thing cocaine has over weed. It doesn't stink.
Yeah. So kids, if you're watching and you get offered weed or cocaine, there's your answer. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because again, people, what we've just been talking about earlier, people rely on this even more these days. Substances, alcohol, because life's hard and it's getting harder.
Well, computer games and stuff like that, that's just like, that's escapism, isn't it? People go on that for 8 hours. I couldn't think about worse.
Yeah.
And people just sitting there just like that. And I just think, I'm not one of them with time. I'm always fascinated with time. I always think I'm wasting it, Whereas I couldn't imagine, I'll tell you what, for 8 hours a day, just going to sit and play Call of Duty.
I love a go on the computer. But, so, you just put yourself in my position. You've took Workington Reds all the way without cheating to the Champions League. Is that not time well spent? 8 hours well spent?
Taking more than 8 hours. He used to always say...
It was about 18 days and it used to come up and say, please change your underpants. You think, how do they know that I haven't changed them?
I think the best thing is like exercise and stuff, walking and things, and anything where it's a bit healthier. But I mean, I drink once a week, so I kind of...
What's a kitchen talker?
Definitely not seeing what my key smells like, though.
No. It definitely, though, like you said, the older you get, the more you kind of... You still want to socialise, but you want to be unsociable. Sometimes in your free time, you always say, just maybe that little plot of land or somewhere out the way, a bit of sunshine, bit of fresh air, just to be left. And it's definitely more beneficial than alcohol and...
Yeah.
Well,
it's like everything, isn't it? It's how much you're doing of it, isn't it?
Moderation, best way to escape reality. I mean, it won't be long till people are living in it. So you have the headsets and that now, don't you? Like the VR headsets. That it won't be long before that becomes a real thing.
Well, look at how much people airbrushing photographs and stuff. It looks like someone else, doesn't it?
Yeah. Avatars and things like that.
Well, because I haven't done one in a while, I thought I'd do one of them addicted to attention ones. So I had a lot of look on. And one of them that I'm going to do is be yourself, because everyone else is taken with a photo so filtered, like with a filter photo, like live your life like each day to last with a selfie and with a spoon's toilets. They're the two I've got. Like,
I love them ones.
Like you think You're trying to be inspiring here. I don't know what this is. Life advice while you're in the bogs.
Yeah. Primark changing room or something like that. You're like, come on. I do like them ones though, especially if there's a before and after. Yeah. Like you said, just be your genuine, authentic self. Don't let anyone question the way you are. And then, like you say, need to airbrush that picture a little bit more. Yeah. If you're not happy with yourself, don't project that onto other people by saying, just be your true self, you fucking hypocrite.
The other one that someone had put on to do as well, I've noticed that, when you have like these groups on Facebook, when people announce that they've joined, hey guys, just joined, and it's always like, if it's a lass, like half a naked picture of a lass, or if it's like a lad, you're like, is this a dating thing? It's meant to be like the Wolfwear group and stuff like that.
Love it. Yeah. I've never thought that when people send me, if I've started to joined a group to say, oh, you can announce yourself or whatever. I've never considered that ever. One, because some of the groups I'm on, I wouldn't want to announce myself because people would then know I'm in that group when I maybe shouldn't be. I'm joking.
Pornhub fans. Hey guys, just me, Gavin here.
Men in underpants or something like that.
That wolfwear though, I mean, who's looking at clothes with a wolf on thinking, that looks nice there. I'm getting that. They're expensive as well. Remember when we were in Blackpool? Was that with you in Blackpool?
No, I think you were with Emily.
Yeah, honestly, there was one on a dress shirt and I thought, I'm buying that. Like 28 quid, I thought.
Some of the fleeces are even more expensive as well. But that's one of my favourite groups. And obviously we're from West Cumbria as well. And it seems to be everybody is from Cumbria. Yeah. It's Carlisle right down the west coast. And obviously Blackpool. Where you're getting these people wearing the wolves. Some of them are just... I love the detail people go in. If you've not seen it, have a look. There's loads of wolf groups on Facebook, but people go into detail about like, he is the alpha wolf with his young or something like and they've got them on and you just think, yeah. When do you go into it? I've watched some awful stuff over the years, haven't I?
Yeah.
Really, really awful.
Which is ideal for the sketches because we never have to invest in any clothes. Or Gavin's normally dressed like one of them.
I'm the type of person who went to school in cricket whites, I've had some awful gear. But I've never stooped that low. I've never gone into a shop like you say and thought, do you have anything with a wolf? You get laughed out the spot, would you not?
Not in that spot where I seen in Blackpool.
Flames, same with them ones with the flames on the top.
You then, didn't I?
I know, yeah. I've wore it a couple of times. It's always that nice material as well that, when you're sweating and it doesn't soak anything, you literally feel the sweat running down your body.
I thought it was funny this week, we were doing sketches and Gavin brought like some outfits for the gangster ones and he put a dress shirt and he went, what do I look like? And I said, better than normal. I don't know.
Well. It's like a black shirt.
It was just like fitted, wasn't it? I thought, you look miles better than you normally do.
He also said that if you've not seen the sketch of me in the vest outside Carlisle Castle, but I don't know if he was being genuine or not. Honestly, you certainly took it into your pants. Look a bit more stylish.
That's the last one, is it?
Last one, we'll call it then. So this is a question. I just like this because it's something I've seen a couple of times. And for some reason, I genuinely consider it. So, right, 10 million right now in your hand, but there's a catch. So there's a snail chasing you for the rest of your life. If it touches you, you die a terrible death. The snail can't be killed. It knows where you're at all times, and its only purpose is to find you day and night. Would you take the 10 million?
Probably not.
Would you not?
No. Can't be asked every minute.
It would be, I mean, you've got to think. You're aging as well.
Can you block it out the way? Like, can you put things in the way so it doesn't
let's say, get you. It's our own thing. Slowly, but we're sat here, and it's slowly making it. It'd be like someone that irritating, like on a night out. People from school, you
every night before bed, you'd have to like drive to Carlisle and wait for it to get so far that way and then come back.
And I don't know how fast snails are.
They got at night time because we had them in the house. And I used to catch him if I was drinking in the house because I'm there after midnight. So I'd be watching like one of my concerts on telly because I'm that type of guy these days, like live, like as if I'm at a live performance because I'm that old. And I can remember coming across the carpet and it was going quite quick. Because time I got to
pick it up.
I didn't want to use my hand, so I went and got some toilet roll to come back. And no, it already got I'd say it got an ear to that thing.
No, you're not sleeping, are you? If one's coming after you. I'd rather a snail than a slug, mind. Slugs are really disgusting, but God, you've had nits. You've had snails in your house. He also had a ferret in his house once, and he's calling me for my dress sense.
Loads of wood lice as well. Shit loads of wood
You
lice.
could have started a zoo.
I know.
Your own little petting zoo, like an estate, kind of, on a council estate zoo. Come and see the wood lice.
Well, when we had the babby, I thought I was asleep on the floor downstairs.
Yeah.
But I just kept going through my head because I thought, the amount of spiders I see down here, wood lice, slugs. Just be like, I'll wake up in the morning, it'd just be like a bush tucker trail.
Foxes.
Yeah.
Wolf boy.
Yeah. I don't need that in your life.
So you wouldn't take 10 million?
I don't think I could be bothered with it.
Because it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Unless you just paid someone to defend against it or something like that.
Yeah, and you could do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you say, I mean, you're going to do all right. You'd emigrate to Australia. I'm guessing a snail to get to Australia, you've got a couple of years there. So you have got breathing space and come back, but you're having to move, you're having to, yeah.
There'd just be one day I'd be hungover and I'd see it and I think, oh, fuck this. And then you just have to keep moving around that fucking slug to try to get you. It's just doing me tits in.
I'd just be teasing it like that. But if you've seen me run recently, I'll probably walking away from it like that. Oh, fuck.
Caught in 4 days.
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that. Yeah. What's he done with the 10 million? Oh, it's dead. The slug got him.
Didn't spend out, got one takeaway.
Got him, cornered him in the takeaway. Yeah. It was either wait for his order or run.
Yeah.
Chose to wait for my food. Like that. Oh, where's my garlic dip?
Anyway, if you've got any questions, I'll just put them in the comments and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. See you after.
Take care, folks. Ciao.